We're taking a look at the 1953 sci-fi classic, The War of the Worlds. Not as an alien invasion story, but as a lesson in humility. Here's the thing, The War of the Worlds understands, and a lot of modern disaster movies don't. It's not actually about aliens. It's about how fast human confidence collapses the moment the universe reminds us we're not in charge. And that's why this movie still works. When this movie hit theaters in 1953, audiences weren't just watching Martians invade Earth. They were watching their own assumptions get vaporized. This was the atomic age. Science was supposed to be the answer to everything. Technology had just won World War II. America was confident, powerful, armed to the teeth. And then the War of the Worlds shows up and says, cool, none of that matters. H.G. Wells wrote this story as a lesson in humility. Not subtle humility, not polite humility, cosmic humility. The idea that humanity, so proud of its intelligence, weapons, and dominance, might just be another species that thinks it's special, right up until something bigger notices us. And the 1953 film leans into that hard. Humans don't adapt. They don't outsmart the invaders. They don't earn the victory. They lose. Completely. This is not a power fantasy invasion movie. The military doesn't save the day. Scientists don't crack the code. There's no clever third act reversal where humanity proves it deserves to survive. Every human system fails. Weapons? Useless. Strategy? Pointless. Confidence? Gone in about 5 minutes. That's the real horror here, not destruction, but irrelevance. The movie quietly suggests something we still hate hearing. Being advanced doesn't make you safe. Being dominant doesn't make you permanent. And then comes the ending, the part people still argue about. The Martians aren't defeated by humans, they're defeated by bacteria, the smallest, most indifferent force imaginable. Not heroism, not faith in progress, just nature doing what it does. The universe doesn't care how smart you think you are. That's not comforting, that's humbling. Here's where Wells gets sharp. The story isn't just saying, hey, aliens could invade someday. It's asking, how different are we, really? Humans conquer, humans colonize. Humans exploit species weaker than themselves. So when the Martians arrive and treat humanity the same way, the movie doesn't frame it as unfair. It frames it as familiar. And that's the uncomfortable part. This is why The War of the Worlds still lands today. We live in an era obsessed with control. Control over nature, control over technology, control over outcomes. And the movie keeps whispering, you don't know as much as you think. We still believe intelligence equals immunity. This movie says no. Also, let's be honest, the movie isn't subtle about it. There's Cold War fear everywhere. There's religion showing up at exactly the moment science taps out. There's a lot of very serious men realizing they have absolutely no leverage. It's dramatic, it's dated, and it's weirdly honest about human limits, which is why it hasn't aged into a joke. The War of the Worlds isn't scary because Martians show up. It's scary because the universe doesn't need us. It reminds us that progress doesn't equal permission, that power doesn't equal permanence, and that humility isn't optional, it's inevitable. You can learn that lesson early, or you can learn it the hard way. If you want more looks at classic sci-fi that still knows how to punch the present in the teeth, check out liquidtwist.com. We're not here just for nostalgia. We're here for the uncomfortable truths hiding under the ray guns.